More!
Lunch break!
Wow, we are all so fashionable today.
We got all of our nice guy merch, past, present,
And future.
and new.
If you guys don't know about the new line of merch, we just released it because it's the 10-year anniversary of Just a Nice Guy, the short. Well, technically, it came out in June, right?
May 31st is when episode 1, part 1 came out. And then there were 2 parts that came after that each week. When we made it, we had just come out of college. Did you actually watch it when it came out? No.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You were in like elementary school. Middle school.
I was not in elementary school.
I forget how
No,
much.
2007?
How old are you?
We were like, he
I
was
was
like
in
a
high
junior
school.
in high school.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
okay.
I was a sophomore.
Okay, that makes me feel less like old.
Very relevant. A junior in high school, talking about nice guys and friend zones.
Oh yeah. Especially and being Taylor.
I wanted to be Wes. I wanted to be Beanie Wes. You guys might not know that.
I think friend zone didn't. That term didn't exist yet.
I think people
I think it was starting to go.
talked about it,
Starting.
but I think we were one of the first to like put it into like a video format slash story, I guess.
And like explain what
Yeah.
it means and how it happens.
Some of you guys might be new to the channel and you don't even know what Just a Nice Guy is. So maybe you should explain what that short is about.
So Just a Nice Guy was a 3-part series that we made in 2007 that was about the struggles, the journey, and just the sad story of being a typical nice guy. And it was a very generic story of like just the guy that likes a girl that doesn't like him back, and him feeling that she likes other guys and why doesn't she like him. And I feel like a lot of people then and now, like this is just life. Like people feel like, you know, they are overlooked by the girls that they like, even though they're really nice to them. And a lot of people resonated with it, and a lot of people watched it, and we made our entire like merchandise branding off of it, basically.
But yeah, I remember when I watched it, I didn't really have a label to the friend zone.
Oh.
Or like Just a Nice Guy, so that was an introduction to that
Oh, wow.
idea.
And
So
then
it kind of was a pioneer. You guys were pioneers for me.
Oh wow.
Oh gosh.
In that sense, you know, definitely a lot of guys after watching that short were like, this is me.
That's
or,
me.
I'm going to be this guy. I'm the nice guy. And they kind of
They're thinking like,
ownership of it.
finally someone that gets it.
Yeah.
And they send it to all their friends. That's totally me.
Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. Actually.
There might have been some interpretations of the short that weren't intended.
Well, it's been 10 years also. You know, yeah, we were 21, 22 when we first made that, you know, so obviously our understanding of relationships and people have changed in the last 10
Yeah.
years. I think like the message works for a certain period of life. And then obviously like, you know, as you get older, things change.
Yeah.
Do you think that nice guys finish last? What are the actual things going on in that statement?
I think nice guys will have the perception that they finished last because all they see in front of them is that they didn't get what they wanted. And they don't see that perhaps they're only on lap 1 of the race of their entire life or their way to find whoever they're supposed to be with. So it's a very narrow point of view to be like, see, I finished last because I didn't get that girl that one time. In that sense, I do think that, no, I don't think nice guys finish last, but I do think that they have the potential to hurt themselves in the race because they don't speak up for themselves or they're not confident or...
I think that's all it means when
Yeah.
it's like finishing last is because you're not really doing anything to finish first.
Well, also you're deciding when the finish line is.
Right,
Right.
Like that's not something up to you. And I also think that there's this perception that nice will guarantee you things. That's not true.
Yes.
Having big brains or big muscles is not going to guarantee you anything. It depends on, you know, if she's not into you, if he's not into you, that's it. But you should definitely always be nice just because that's what you should aim to be as a good person and as a human, it'll help
Not
society.
to get something out of it.
Yeah, not to like get a win out of it. Like just do it because it's the right thing.
I think there's qualities of bad boys that nice people can have. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
And there's the same thing. There's nice guys that have very bad qualities as well. You know.
Oh,
so
for sure.
right.
I actually think it's safer to know a bad boy that's actually a bad boy than a nice guy that's actually a bad boy because the bad boy will own it.
Yeah.
And the nice guy will just be bitter and it'll come out later that the nice guy thing is just a front. So
Which is funny because then it's like the nice guy is actually the bad boy.
Wait, so are you okay? But see, I think I don't want to get too far down the road of like just assuming all nice guys have an
Right.
ulterior motive.
Not all nice guys are bad.
And I think that's why the short resonated with a lot of people, is because I do think, even from the perspective of myself who was in it and wrote it, I don't think I was that person either. I didn't have an ulterior motive, but I definitely did feel like left behind or overlooked because I was always just a safe friend, you know. And I think that's where I was trying to make sure that the short was coming from back then. Like the voice is definitely from a guy who's aware and being schooled on, hey, this is why you're not running the race right. This is why she doesn't think of you this way.
Right. Yeah.
And ultimately he does speak out. I think a lot of nice guys, they don't say what they actually feel, and then they just get mad when they don't get what they want. Right?
Right.
So the ultimate message at the end is that he did finally say what he wanted to say. And yeah, like you joked, like he got the happy ending, which doesn't happen very often. But yeah, I think that there's a lot of nice people out there that generally have this struggle.
The message is more about your voice or taking a stance versus like warranting an outcome.
Right.
Right.
And there's like this one point of it in the short where it's like, if you treat everyone nice, then it's hard for people to tell like if you're actually
they're
treating-
special to you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know, just trying to give nice guys a spine, you know, to like stand up for at least something, you know.
I feel like another cool message or interpretation, if you remade it, would be seeing the ending where he doesn't end up with the girl and his feelings aren't reciprocated. And I feel like the nice term, like that's the defining moment, is what he chooses to do after he gets the response. Because if he just has the mentality of, okay, well, I got what I needed to say off of my chest, you understand how I feel, and that's a whole establishing a spine, but decides to continue on with their friendship and, well, cool, at least you know how I feel, now I can move on because I have my answer. Then that's, to me, is like a genuine, like a real, like nice guy.
Right.
But the guys who get kind of upset afterwards because all of their efforts was for nothing, then that to me is like a different type of nice guy.
That's what makes telling someone these feelings so difficult, because you're literally putting it all on the line.
Yeah.
It's like after this conversation we might not ever be
Yeah.
as close again, you know.
But ultimately, that was always on the line, and it just like built up to that point.
Right.
Yeah. So it's like whatever comes after this is gonna be best for both.
Right.
Ultimately, in my opinion, like that is the most you can do. Is like put yourself out there, commit to it, be confident with it, just be there, but like not in a persistent and overbearing way. And then it's ultimately gonna be up to her to either see you in a new light, or she might never see you in a new light. And then it's up to you to move on from there.
I feel like, to me at least, the nice guy tactic is kind of scary or like dangerous, because you're being overly nice to someone to show them that you care versus being genuine. If they were to say yes, they do date you, and maybe somewhere down the line you stop trying as hard because you're already with this person, then they find out who you really are, and then everything feels like a facade. I think that's the appeal of dating guys that I've been friends with before, because I know who you are, I understand you.
Of course.
So when that moment does happen, you can make a better educated decision.
Yeah, I think most guys that actually end up maybe blindsiding versus doing the gradual route, they still think they're genuine. So their reaction to it and them holding their friendship hostage situation, that's bad. But I don't think they were like planning it maliciously or.
I think the number of people that do it maliciously is statistically probably like a lot less than I think just guys that are just socially awkward,
Don't know how to
or timid, maybe even being like over protective of the friendship, or even of her, and respecting even too much, or thinking that like, oh, kind of putting on a pedestal.
Yeah, like they don't know how to necessarily take those steps, maybe, or just like to show a little bit of interest, or like flirting is a skill. I'm gonna put it out there. Flirting is an art.
What do you think are the differences between what a nice girl has to go through versus what a nice guy has to go through?
You know what I think the key difference is? If a guy speaks out and tells a girl he likes her, that's him being confident. But there's still, like, if a girl speaks out and tells a guy that she likes him, she's still gonna feel like that could be received as desperate. You know what I mean? Like, there's
more on the line.
There's more on the line on that at that moment.
If this guy that you're telling is gonna say like, whoa, okay, she's kind of desperate based on social norms, you're welcome. He's not the one for you. You shouldn't be going after guys like that.
I was gonna say like our series, When It Counts, technically like was from the perspective of like a girl that was being like
Ah.
overlooked. But I don't know how accurate that was portrayed. You guys let us know.
Again, this is a very big topic, and we've only scratched the surface
Like-
again.
Like we do in every episode.
Yeah, but thanks guys for joining us on this very, very
Nice conversation.
nice conversation. Yeah, we're celebrating the 10-year anniversary of Just Nice Guy and the 10-year anniversary of this line of designs that we came out with a long time ago. It started with a very silly design made in one night, and it's evolved from like really crazy stuff to a little bit more updated nowadays. Jen designed these, they're really awesome. We also have hats, and you know the short was about one thing, but this merch, it's really about just being nice as a person. It doesn't really deal with, you know, relationships and whatnot. It's just being like, let's just be nice to each other and the world will be a better place.
Yeah, I also saw like the merchandise, I think resonated so much because I think people wanted to identify, you know, with that personality. Or we've heard stories of people connecting through the shirts.
Nice.
Like they would see them and be, oh, you're a Wong Fu fan also, whatever. And then I think there's been like some like success stories.
Yeah,
Like
people will,
all the way to marriage.
couples will come with their like,
Dang.
the very first NG shirt.
Yeah.
And it's not dirty, but it's like basically brown now.
It's worn down.
It's worn down and washed so many times.
It's been loved so much.
It's like a black belt.
Yeah, everything that we make here, you know, it helps us out to make, you know, more shorts for you guys. So check out wongfustore.com and check out this new stuff. It's gonna be only available for a limited time.
But thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have a nice day. We'll see you guys next Thursday.
Later.